I am short, and I'm not exactly what you would call tall. I'm kind of short. You might be like, oh, well, what does he mean by short? Is he a midget? No. Whoa. No. I don't think so. So I thought about some common ways to tell if you're short. My favorite, my most used, is just look at the ground. If it's closer to you than tall people, then you're short. If cashiers think that the guy standing next to you is your dad, that happens to me a lot. Sometimes I just go with it. Sometimes I go home with the guy and I meet my brothers and sisters and just kind of start a new life. Another way is if you're at restaurants and you get brought crayons and a kids menu. Kids menus, I gotta say, I have seen my fair share. Just don't even bother with them unless they have dinosaur nuggets. They're dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. And usually just keep the crayons. Another way to tell is if you go to family reunions and your aunts say to all of your cousins, oh, look how much you've grown. You've just sprouted up like a root. Roots don't sprout. But then they look at me, or if you're short, they look at you and they say, oh, look at you. I want to talk about that for a second. Look at you is the most well-disguised, backhanded compliment that exists. They tried to think of a compliment by looking at you, and they couldn't think of one. So they just said, look at you. So think about that next time someone says that to you. And think about that beautiful bird that's singing. That'll cheer you up. That'll make your day better. Unless you hate birds, in which case, I hope you have a bad day. Also, if you go out to drink, sometimes you're not even allowed to show your ID. You just get laughed at. Another way you can tell if you're short or not is if you get picked up a lot. And it's one of my least favorite things about being short. People will pick you up for no reason, and I honestly have no idea what they expect me to do when they pick me up. Because when you pick up a baby, it's awesome. They're like, yay, ha ha ha. I don't know, they don't say yay, they probably can't talk. But they're like squealing with joy and they're so happy, and you just cuddle with them, you kiss their forehead, and they just fall asleep in your arms. It's the best thing ever. It's a little bit different when you pick up a 22-year-old man. I usually just cut straight to the falling asleep part, and I just go entirely limp until they realize their mistake. Usually just goes something like, oh, this isn't nearly as fun as holding a baby. And then they drop me. Another way to tell if you're short or not is if you have any chance at becoming a professional athlete. If you do, you're not short. I also wrote down some good things about being short. You know, it's not all bad. I don't have to duck as often. I can still play in the McDonald's playpen. I can live in smaller places. If I wanted a very small place to live, I can live there. I can find things on the ground faster. And I'm closer to the ground, so I can pick them up faster than you can. I'll find them and pick them up before you even find them. Probably inconvenient for you. I can fit comfortably in the trunk of a car. Blessing in disguise, maybe, because say I get kidnapped, which is probably more likely since I'm short. I will not even be fazed by it. I'll probably enjoy it. I'll probably just get a nice little nap in the back of that car. I'm very good at hiding. That's it. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I try to put up one every week, so keep checking back in. If you don't want to have to check back in so often, you can subscribe so that YouTube will all be like, hey, he made a new one. And you'll be like, thanks YouTube. And then you'll come to my channel and watch it. If you're watching this on Facebook, like it. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it. If you're watching this on FaceTube, then get your face out of the tube. That's gotta be uncomfortable. I'm 5'6". 6 yards. Ooh, the tallest man on earth. sounds stupid.